Hi everyone, and welcome to, I think it's episode 10 of SevTech Ages. I'm Mark, and between episodes I've been busy doing a little mining. Last time we found copper, we found tin, and we went way up this river somewhere. I don't actually remember where we were. Was it here? Yeah, we went up here and tried to find some coal, and that didn't pan out too well for us. So I spent some time between episodes, and over here I found another coal mine that actually gave me a good amount of coal, and there's more there. So we have a decent amount of coal, we have a decent amount of tin, and a decent amount of copper, and we can use our melter here to pour that coal into, or pour those metals, once we melt them down, into a casting basin, which I also built between episodes because this is how we get liquids out of our melter before we have casts available. So, I went ahead and did that. We have a block of tin and a block of copper. And I also made some sandwiches which are going to give us both grain and protein nutrition as opposed to two foods that only give us one type of nutrition each, which should give us a little bit better results with our eating habits. So we need to turn these blocks into ingots, and you can't just do that by crafting them in your 2x2 crafting grid. You have to actually use the stone anvil, and there we go, right click, and that gives us our ingots. So this is our metal production process. We go harvest the ore, we melt it in the melter, and we then pour the blocks into our casting basin and then break the blocks down using the stone anvil into ingots. And I don't know that we need a ton of ingots at the moment. I made 90 each, which is probably enough for whatever we're doing today. So let's look at our advancements book. We have a couple things that we can accomplish, and I think I'm kind of focused on getting our metal resources underway. And to do that, the next thing we need to do is make the alloy kiln. And the alloy kiln requires 8 kiln bricks in a 2x2x2 and an engineer's hammer. I think we can make all this pretty easily. So if we look in JEI, we look at kiln bricks, and kiln bricks are made from sandstone and from brick. And I went ahead and made sandstone and brick. So if we take that and we take that, and we go here, and we do this, and we do this, we don't get the things we need. Why for work recipe? What? That's weird. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. We get plenty of kiln bricks to make our kiln. So I am going to, clearly our building is kind of not meeting our needs as far as space anymore, and I'm going to have to work on that. I think our next building we can probably avoid the open fires, so we can probably use a variety of materials. I'm going to go ahead and just build this here. Maybe we'll even build 2, because if we're going to do a lot of work with the alloy kiln, having 2 to do parallel operations won't be a bad thing. We also need the engineer's hammer. The engineer's hammer is 2 copper ingots, 2 sticks, and string, all of which we have. There's our string. I did harvest a bunch more cotton and made some string, and we have did I say copper? I meant cotton, obviously. So we have plenty of string at the moment, and there's our engineer's hammer, which I believe if we just right click on this, we make our alloy kiln. And we didn't get an achievement for, I guess we did. Did I miss it? Oh, we did. There it is, all mixed up. So let's look at what else that unlocked. I guess the next thing is we need to produce some bronze, which is going to be some combination of tin and copper. So let's see what it says. Bronze ingots are in the alloy kiln. It is 3 copper to 1 tin. So a couple things I'm going to do here. I am actually going to smelt down some more copper clusters. And I'll go ahead and use some coal to do that. That's going to take a while to burn. And I'm going to grab... Go ahead and grab... Did I not grab any coal? Copper? There it is. 3 copper and 1 tin. And let's go ahead and make some bronze. And I really hope this is going to be okay with coal as a fuel. It is. So we'll let that cook. We'll let this cook while we wait. And this should give us everything we need to get our next advancement done. And we need to craft a Necronomicon for Abyssal Craft. Yeah, we can remove the step-up abilities. We're also going to have to work on blood altars. And we have a couple things back here that I should probably take care of. In fact, wow, that's really, really slow. That's pretty slow too. I'm going to go ahead and go down here and see if we have any wheat to harvest, because we need a bunch of hay to make that the leaf bed. And even though I'm not, super concerned about having a leaf bed, because once you set it down, you can't move it, I'm going to go ahead and make it just to get the achievement out of the way. So are you done? You are not. Are you done? You're done. All right. That gives us our brains over bronze advancement, which doesn't unlock anything new. So the pipes, I don't remember. I thought those pipes actually look pretty easy to make. Maybe we'll take a look at those today. Not that I have any idea how they work, of course, but pipes are good. Wow, that's going to take forever. Forever. And there's no ore doubling. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and throw... I'm going to just throw some charcoal in here so I don't have to think about it. And I'm just going to stick... No. I'm going to just stick the coal in there, just so I don't have to worry about fueling those up. So let's look at what is it going to take to do these pipes. A dung pipe and a sewer pipe. And I don't know that we have any use for these at the moment. So the sewer pipe is, we need plates. 2 tin plates plus a dung pipe. So the dung pipe looks easy. That is slabs plus plank. Did I make one of these? I thought I might have made one of these at some point, just for testing purposes. Apparently I did not. Okay. Well, we can make this. Shouldn't be too hard, and I can throw all that good stuff on the ground. So the dung pipe was like that and like that. And then we need tin plates, and I'm guessing the plates are something we're going to make with tin ingots on our anvil. So let me grab my hammer, get that out of the way. Did I not just grab ingots? I could have sworn that I did. And how many did we need? We need 2. Yep, there's our plate. There's our other plate. So that should have given us that achievement. No? Oh, we haven't made the actual pipe yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Just like so and like so. Still not going to help us? Alright, well let me go ahead and make another one of the... that was not what I wanted to do. Oh well. I wanted to make planks. We have a bunch of planks over here. And by a bunch, I mean some. I'm probably going to have to go do a harvesting run at some point soon. So, we'll do that again. We'll do that again, which gives us both types of pipes. So, I'm not sure how these actually work. This says pipe items through a solid block. And this says pipe items through a solid block. And the advancement says use a dung pipe to pull items out of a block, or use a sewer pipe to pull through a solid block. So what do I want to pull out of here? What if I just make a chest for testing purposes? Let's try this. I mean, I guess I could put like a chest here, maybe, and put this pipe here. That doesn't connect to anything. What happens if I put stuff in here? Oh, it just dumps it on the ground. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure how useful that is, but maybe. I don't know. This one says pipes items through a solid block. Out of curiosity, if we stick you on... That's interesting. So that does more or less the same thing. It just piped all the fuel out of there. So I guess those has some use at some point. I'm not sure how useful they are at the moment because we're not really piping stuff around too much yet. And it's items only, so maybe it'll have a use at some point. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out what we're going to work on next. I don't think I want to dive into blood magic right this second. Now we can make aqueducts. I'm sure we can make aqueducts. So those are blocks of clay atop bricks. There's more of these though. Blocks of clay atop unfamiliar items. Sandstone. Stone. Okay. So the first thing we need is blocks of clay, obviously, which we can make a couple of. Do we not have more clay than that around? Thought we did. I have made a lot of bricks. Okay, let me go find some clay and I'll be right back. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I found a bunch of clay. And I learned something interesting in that we can't actually craft clay into blocks. Instead, we have to use our handy dandy horse press to do that job for us. So I'm going to come over here, and I don't necessarily want to press all of that, but I will press a bunch of it. And I don't have any in there at the moment. So I'm going to let that run in the background and see what else we need. I think what we need is bricks. Because I don't think... Well, we could do stone, I guess. One of these was stone. Let me see if we have any smooth stone. Andesite. We don't have any smooth stone, so I'm going to cook up some smooth stone while we wait for our clay to harden. Or clay to get pressed. And I suspect I'm going to end up taking that flame-grilled Whopper out from under our grill and putting it under one of these kilns so we can automate stuff like smooth stone and similar cooking jobs that aren't food. Food seems to be relatively easy to manage as far as cooking goes. This kind of stuff takes a little more time. And I am avoiding going over and killing more shadows because that's time consuming and painful. And I'm guessing the shadows are all going to have increased in toughness since every age you go through in SevTech, apparently monsters get stronger. So we should probably look at what we're going to do about new weapons at some point. So we should have some clay by now. Let's go grab that out of our... Yeah. Grab that. We can make our aqueducts and maybe spend a little time figuring out how these actually work. Because I certainly don't know. I am just going to make 2 sets. And that did not give us our achievement. So move water using aqueducts by creating a channel with the aqueduct on the bottom and any blocks on the sides, creating a V shape. Alright, let's look at... our garden. We don't really need irrigation down here because, you know, water, we have water right there and it will go up to 4 away. But let's assume that we want to run a little bit of irrigation right here. So according to what I'm reading, we should be able to do that. And if we do something like this... Oh, that's interesting. It changed the water characteristics. So what happens if we block that source block? The water goes away. Interesting. I wonder how far they will carry water. Well, let's find out. So this is kind of the end of where we would get with regular water. So what happens if we put... We're not really going to be able to test this. So we're a couple from the end. Ah, it does. It pushes the distance out 1. So what happens if I do it every other? They have to be contiguous. Well, that's kind of cool. It's basically, it's not creating source blocks, but it is creating a stronger current flow that pushes the water further, which is nice. It's not necessary for us at the moment. We don't really have a need for this, but it's worth testing and worth figuring out how it works because once we can actually pick up water and like create a source block up here somewhere, having a way to spread the water out will be useful because I don't really want to have our garden down here stuck along the edge of the river forever. So I'm going to go ahead and seal this off and grab these blocks. And oh, did you just break? Really? You did. Do I have another pickaxe? I do. I was doing some. Oh, and the other thing I discovered was our Paxel, our bear claw Paxel that we made as a weapon, is actually useful as a universal tool as well. It acts as a shovel, it acts as a pick, and it acts as an axe. So if we can make more of these with better tech or with better materials, that's certainly something I want to look into. In fact, looking at improving our weapons characteristics or weapons capability and armor capability might be worth a peek. So let's look at Paxel. Oh, we can make an all-in-one tool. How do we get black quartz? I wonder if we can find black quartz ore out in the world. That's worth looking at. So that would be a nice. It's actually not a better weapon, but it is a better. It's an all-around tool. So learning how to make this would be a good step forward for us. Let me dump some inventory out quickly. My storage situation is going pear-shaped again. Not as bad as before because we do have space now, but I haven't been very disciplined about keeping things under control. So that's an interesting tool to pursue. Let's look at armor. It looks like all we have is the wolf hide armor. About. Oh, there's more. That is unknown. Black quartz. Clay chess piece. Oh, copper. So leather is 3, clay is equivalent, copper is 4, bronze is 5. So bronze is going to be... Looks like we need to concentrate on making a bunch of bronze. So you're all melted, right? You are. I'm going to melt that out, and I'm going to go ahead and do... Start working on getting some tin melted. Because I would really like to have only one tool in my inventory to clear out all this other stuff. And the all-in-one tool does that. I don't, this isn't getting us there, but better armor means we can run around more freely in the world and makes our exploration go faster. So it's a worthwhile thing to pursue. Oh, and tin melts much faster. We want to make bronze, so we actually need a lot more copper. Because it is 3-to-1 copper to tin. So I think that's our plan for next time, probably. I'm going to process a bunch more ore. I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'll look at what we need to make the hunting dimension. Hopefully I'll have enough wheat so we can make the crunchy pillows. If we look at the leaf bed, it's really easy to make. We just need a ton of hay. I think these are any leaves, yeah. Yeah, it's any leaves. We just need a ton of hay to make hay bales, which means I just have to harvest a bunch of wheat. So I am going to go ahead and process a bunch of metal. I'm going to go mine some more. I'm going to go grab some more coal from our coal mine and copper and tin from our copper and tin mines. And next time we will look at maybe improving our armor and weapon situations. So I think that brings this episode to an end. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having fun with this series. I'm certainly enjoying it. It's a definite change from other kinds of Minecraft. And, if you're finding it interesting, I hope you give it a try. Consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell to find out when new videos go out, and leave me a comment with your thoughts on the series. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.